Hello friends, now we are going to learn about one of the most important topic that is called the recipe control. Now what is in the recipe control and how we can utilize it in our daily work. Recipe control or okay, so here we'll just write uh, this name and I will write group. And in this property I will untick this topic and I will extend this. Okay, and here I will change the name bold 21. Okay, recipe control. Okay, now in the recipe topic okay, here what is the importance of the recipe topic? Suppose you want to you don't want to enter some predefined tag inside this in the PLC whenever you change the function of your program. Suppose you are making coffee. Okay, I will explain here. Suppose you have a coffee machine. I can write recipe control for tea making. Okay, let's say tea making. Okay, recipe control for the tea making. Okay, now we know in the tea we have lots of ingredients inside the tea, like tea. Then so I will write here tea. I write tea. Okay. Then I will write Control C, Control V, and I will write sugar. Sugar. Okay. Then I will write masala. I will just copy this and paste it here. I will write masala. Masala means a one type of spicy ingredient which is normally used in the Indian tea. Okay, masala. Then I will write Control C, Control V, and I will write milk. Okay, so these are the ingredients normally used for the making of tea. Okay, but for the every person we require different type of tea. Okay, for the every person, some person require tea more, then sugar zero, and masala more, and milk medium. Okay, so all this content is required uh, for different person, different requirement. Okay, so how we can control this with the use of the recipe, I will explain here. I will make a new tag table and I will write here T. Okay, so here I will write T. Okay, let's take everyone is integer. I will write milk. Okay, then I will write masala and I will write sugar. Okay, so these are the four component we are using right now. So what I will do, I will just write this component and attach the tag for T here. Okay, then I will attach milk here. and I will attach masala here. Okay, and I will attach sugar here. So when you see this property general, then sugar tag is here, milk tag is here, tea tag is here, and masala tag is here. So our one task is completed, that we have made this important thing of ingredients. How much ingredients is required for tea making. Now what is our second step? Our second step is to make the recipe. Okay, so I will make two recipe. I will make the recipe. I will make the recipe as a tea. Okay, I have tea recipe. Now what I will do, I will add the ingredients here. You have to select here tea, then you have to add the ingredients element 2, element 4. Okay, now here I will write tea. Then our second option is tea, then sugar. Okay, then I will write milk and masala. So okay, then I will write this Control C, Control V here, Control C, Control V here, Control V here, Control C and Control V here, Control C, Control V here, Control C and Control V here. Okay, so these are our 4 elements for the tea making recipe. Okay, I hope you have understand this. Now we will make one data record, and here we have one data record, tea making. I will write tea making recipe. Okay, now here you can see for the first data record, I will write tea making strong tea. I will write strong tea, and I will make another record in which I sweet tea, and third record is masala tea. Okay, so we made 3 types of tea. So according to the tea characteristic, what I will do, I will write the value that 100 I want 60% of tea. Okay, and for then 10% of sugar and 20% of milk, and I will say let's take 10% of masala. Okay, now what is the sweet type? I will write 50% tea, then 40% of sugar. Let's take here 30%. Milk is always, I will say 20. This is just value. You have to define everything with your own data according to the PLC. So I will say 10%. Now in the masala tea, I will write 50% tea, then 10% sugar, and 20% milk, and here I will say 20, 50 and 50% masala. Okay, so I have made three recipe data record, and I have made this for sugar, tea, milk and masala element with, and recipe name is tea. Okay, now what I will do, I will go inside the task, and I will pick one important control element, that is called the recipe view. So here I have attached the recipe view here. Okay, Now when you use the recipe view, you have to here select your recipe. So my recipe is tea. Okay. Now what I will do, I will compile and check if there is any error or not. Okay, now there is no error, so I will start my runtime and we will see what we can do. Until this runtime is start, I want to explain you something. Here I have take this for tag with the internal tag option. Okay, internal tag. Now suppose you have PLC, then what you have to do, you have to just connect this tag to the PLC. Okay, so whatever the value came in this tag, which will be stored into the PLC. So I have just here take an internal tag so you can understand it better. Okay, so we have to wait until this start. So let's revise all this thing. What we have did, we have made 4 ingredients with the display here. Then we define 4 elements: tea, milk, masala and sugar. These are the 4 elements that is used to making tea for the different type of tea. And which type of tea is available here? We have made tea recipe, 4 element and data record. We have made 3 types of tea: strong tea, sweet tea and masala tea. According to the ingredient, we require tea, sugar, milk and masala. Okay, so when we set the strong tea, it will take this data. Okay, when we define sweet tea, it will take this data. When we define masala tea, it will take this data. So you have to define which type of tea you want to make and you have to press the download button. Then what will happen, this will store this data, this all the data will store inside this internal tag, in this internal tag. And here I have take internal tag, but I want to explain you that whenever you are using the PLC, you have to connect this all tag with your PLC program. Okay, PLC program. So whenever you have runtime, when you press download, according to the requirement of the tea, this data will store into PLC. Okay, so I hope you understand my all the thing. So right now we have not download anything. Okay, so that's why our first ID is this one, then second is this and this. Here in the configuration dialog, toolbar and export data. Okay, this bar and select for. Okay, I will explain it after. Okay, so here what I will do, you have to click here and you have to select which recipe you want to use. So I will select this tea. So you can see my tea is connected right now here. Okay, now my first ID one is my stronger tea. Okay, so what I will do, I will select this row and I will download this. I will write this right tag. Okay, so when I press this tag, oh, okay, wait a minute. Okay, so I think some issue. So I have resumed now. So here you can see when I press this button, it is saying that there is no column assigned to tag. So why this issue is showing here? Because here I have select communication type as no communication. I have to write tags. Okay, when you write tags, you have to define here that my T is connected to this tag. So I will write T is my tag that is defined internally. I will write sugar, I will write milk, and I will write masala. Okay, so my tea, sugar, milk and masala is connected here, and okay, so I will again compile it. Okay, so I will just connect this here. Okay, now what I will do, I will just select this and I will download. You can see when I press the first number ID, it is downloading T60, 10 sugar, milk 20, 10. Okay, so this is our stronger tea. Okay, if I download third number, second number, and you can see my tea is 30, sugar is 40, 20 is milk, and 10 is masala. Now if I download this one, is showing 20. Now reverse is also possible. Sometime what happen that you have set of recipe, okay, but sometime you want to change some in masala tea, you don't want to write 40, so you will write 40 masala and 20 sorry 30 milk. Okay, okay, so you have changing this value. So what you have to do, you can upload read this tag. Okay, and my masala will come here 40 and milk. Okay, so this way you also can do. I will download this tag. So 30, 40, 20, 10. Again I select this row, again download it. So this is the use of this recipe control. Okay, now here one thing you have to understand, the data is coming here somehow with the use of the ID. So what you need to understand, you have to define one table here that ID1 is for the strong tea. Here you can see in this table, in this column, it is always ID is coming here. So it's not possible right now that I can display this display name. So what you have to do, what you have to do is okay, so in this you can here write one thing that like if you have ID1 ID and we can say table name ID and T type. Okay, so suppose you have ID1, then it will be a strong T. So you can make simple, you can say strong T. Okay, so how you can come out that this ID1 is strong T? In the recipe you can see here the one number ID is here strong T. Okay, so in this table, suppose you have ID1, then it means this is strong T. Okay, now here there is a facility of export data. You can export this all data into Excel file. You can print the data. You can also print this all the data, okay, in the PDF format. So you have many possibility with this application. You can read, write, tag, and you can easily store this all value into your PLC. So thanks for watching this tutorial. I hope you have learned something.